Hello, everybody. Dorothy Morgan here, longtime professional astrologer. So today we're going to talk about the moon in the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to pull up the chart for that moment of ingress. The moon in Capricorn gets a bad rap. It says it's cold, it's not feeling, we can't do anything with it. Well, I beg to differ. The moon in Capricorn, 0 degrees of Capricorn, my moon. We're going to talk about that. Maybe bust some myths, and then we'll do some astro dice, and as always, a couple cards or one or two, whatever shows up. We kind of let them show us what we want, what we need. All right, so here is the chart that I just wanted to look at for Wednesday, May 18th. It's at just after 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time is when the moon enters the sign of Capricorn. That's just what it looks like from my latitude and longitude. But the moon in Capricorn gets a bad rap. First off, the moon in Capricorn, Capricorn is a cardinal sign. And so being that it's a cardinal sign, so 4 times a month when the moon moves through those cardinal points, the 0 degrees of a cardinal sign, meaning we're in Capricorn or Aries or Cancer or Libra, it's just a really important initiation point in the month. And so it'll be at 0 degrees of Capricorn for just an hour or two. So right around 8 a.m., what do we get with the moon in Capricorn? The moon in Capricorn, I got it, right? I told you, it gets a bad rap sometimes as being cold and not feeling. Well, let me tell you, Capricorn is not that. Capricorn is logical and practical. Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn is also the yin polarity. So it's feminine and it's receptive, and it's not cold. Now it's not all teary-eyed on the surface, but if you have an emergency or other people, like the people with fire sign or water sign moons are going, bonkers about something, the people with the moon in an earth sign or an air sign, either going to think things through before they emotionally respond, or like the moon in Capricorn here, they're going to say, well, what can I do to work with this? What can I do to fix this? How can I help? It doesn't mean we're not emotional. It means the first reaction, the first response, the gut feeling is with the moon in Capricorn and earth sign is to be logical and practical. And again, being that it's Capricorn is feminine, it's yin, it's receptive. So the moon in Capricorn is honestly very intuitive and very receptive. These days, it is out of bounds when it's in Capricorn. It's very low. When we say out of bounds, you might think really high, but it's not. And over here where I'm wiggling my mouse, you can see it. It's really high in declination, but that side of the bar is south. So when you do see the moon at night, on this night, excuse me, my allergies. When you do see the moon coming up out of the east, it's going to be very low in the sky. So if you have tall trees around your place or tall buildings, you're probably not going to see the moon until it's really late at night, because this is a south declination. So it rises really low in the horizon, really low in the horizon. When it is in Cancer, it's really high. So you'll have to go out at night and look way up high to see it. This one, you have to get a clearer view. So what does that mean? That just also that represents a more extreme feel to it. So we're going to be feeling the need for more groundedness, Capricorn, and more practical applications, and focusing in on, what helps us to feel safe and grounded, especially when it comes to my emotions, the moon, my family, caring and nurturing for those around us. We just want to be practical. That's what that talks about. And it is making a square aspect to Jupiter in Aries. And so that will amplify the energy of what it is that you or I, that we need, right? And not we as we, I'm just saying we as individuals. So what you need, because that Jupiter in Aries, Venus is there too, but with Jupiter and Aries making the aspect with the transiting moon squares transiting Jupiter, we have an opportunity here to really speak up for ourselves, or to take action where we want to take action. All right. That's the astrology for now. Always more in Patreon. Please come and support me there if you would like. Here you can just support, you can simply support, you can donate if you like. That's fantastic. This is my profession. You can just thumbs up and comment below and subscribe and all that. The Astro dice are, ooh, what do we got? All right, the Astro dice and is extra content, what spirit wants us to know. Or if you have a question, if the astrology didn't give you an answer or some direction, we always have free will, so make your own choices too. Let's just read these. Venus in Scorpio in the 4th house. Well, Venus is what we love, what we value. It can be our finances as well. So that focus is there. And in the sign of Scorpio, what it's asking, what it's showing is like there is a deeper transformation and a deep change. Venus in Scorpio, that deep, obsessive, or passionate, or very focused, what I value. Scorpio is also other people's money. So there is that component, or money that you borrow, sort of like a credit card debt or a mortgage, money you have to pay back, or inheritance money. So Venus in Scorpio can be any and all of those things. It doesn't have to be all of those things. With astrology, there's a category. Venus is what we love, what we value. It's our finances, what we think is beautiful, among many other things. And that's in the sign of Scorpio. So that can either, any of those things can be going through a deeper change, or we can be investing finances, getting money in. We don't earn, but it's like revenue, those types of things. The 4th house is about the psychological foundation of the astrology chart. It's our home, it's our family, it's that psychological foundation. So it could very well be that somebody in the family, this isn't for everybody, but somebody in your family may be very controlling and manipulating and using emotion as a power, as a weapon, as a tool to get their own way. I know that's a little dark, but this is how people are. I like to think of it as answering the call. We'll talk about that in a second. I'll put that aside. I like to think of it as I'm going to pay attention to, if you haven't paid your taxes yet, you're probably in trouble. Scorpio's taxes too. Paying down some debt. Just checking in. There's a lot of little snafus happening. So maybe it's an opportunity as well to go log into your bank accounts or your credit card accounts. Just log in and make sure everything's okay. Do you recognize all those charges? Check into that. It's not for me, but somebody. All right, let's pick a card. Guys, I'm going to laugh at this one, especially you guys who are here regular. The elder card came up again. Trust your elders. Trust the wisdom. I don't know. I have to look back. I can't remember when this one was. It yesterday or the day before, or the day before. Trust that knowledge. That's Capricorn too. The moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is our elders. Honor them. Capricorn is the Lord of time. Elders are here. They have time. They have knowledge. They have wisdom. Trust your knowledge, your wisdom, and what you have a reputation for. Trust that. But then if there's elders around, then make sure you ask them for help and for guidance if there is something that you're feeling uncomfortable about. It's like the ancient forest, we trust that. We trust that's there. We have that deep feeling. And so answering the call, that one just sort of popped out. So I don't think, to me, it's just an individual message for somebody. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, answer the call. But it's also, it could very well be that somebody is just dragging their heels about doing their work, sharing their work with the world. I know we're in Mercury retrograde. So just take your time, get all your ducks in a row. And then early June, when it's done its thing and it's moving forward through its shadow place, we have an opportunity to start getting things into order. All right. There's always a lot with timing when it comes to astrology and the electional charts. So just because Mercury is retrograde over the next 10 days, I think it's about 10 days till like June 3rd. A little more than 10 days. We're close. Just give it some space, give it some room. All right. I think that's it for today. All right. That's it for Wednesday, May 18th. Thank you, everybody. See you next time. Blessings and namaste.